Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into a hot topic for Nintendo fans. Should you grab the Switch OLED, stick with the original model, or wait it out for the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2? With a bunch of new leaks and rumors swirling around, we've got the latest scoop. Display, performance and battery. We'll cover screen differences, power, battery life, and what the next-gen console might bring. Whether you already have a Switch or you're thinking of buying one soon, this guide will help you make the best choice. If you love gaming content like this, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future updates. The original Switch, launched in 2017, stood out with its hybrid playstyle, portable and docked. It features a 6.2-inch LCD screen. Fast forward to 2021, and Nintendo introduced the OLED version, which bumped the screen up to 7 inches with old tech for way better visuals, deeper blacks, vibrant colors, and an overall more premium feel. Switch OLED versus standard. For gamers who play mostly in handheld mode, the OLED model is a clear upgrade. But in terms of raw performance, both models are nearly identical, running on the same NVIDIA Tegra X1 chip. That means no extra frame rate boost or better graphics. However, the OLED does have noticeably improved speakers and feels slightly more power efficient despite the larger display. Joy-Con drift problem. Now, one lingering issue across all current models: Joy-Con drift. It's when your character starts moving even though you're not touching the stick. Super annoying, especially in precision games like Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart. Unfortunately, Nintendo hasn't solved this hardware problem yet, and it affects both the standard and OLED versions. Switch to rumors and specs. So what's the deal with the Switch 2? Leaks suggest a larger 7.9-inch display, potentially with a custom NVIDIA chip for more power and better graphics. It might also include 8 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage, big upgrades over the current models. Rumors even mention 4K support when docked, which could put it closer to PlayStation and Xbox territory. Joy-Con redesign and backward compatibility. Some sources hint at redesigned Joy-Cons that attach magnetically, which could finally eliminate drift issues. Even better, the Switch 2 might be backward compatible, so your existing game library could carry over. Oh, and a new Mario Kart might launch with it. OLED versus Switch. So, should you wait? If you want the absolute best handheld experience, right now, the OLED is the way to go. But if you're eyeing future-proof performance, the Switch 2 could be a major leap forward. Which model is right for you? If you game mostly while traveling or away from your TV, go for the OLED. Amazing visuals and solid audio. If you prefer dock gaming and want to save some cash, the standard Switch still does the job. But if you're patient and looking for the next big step, waiting for the Switch 2 could pay off. Release window and pricing. Nintendo hasn't confirmed anything official yet, but all signs point to a late 2024 or early 2025 launch for the new console. Pricing is rumored to fall somewhere between $399 and $499 depending on the specs. For context, that's in line with the PS5 Digital Edition, Xbox Series X, and Steam Deck. Third-party game support. One of the Switch's current limitations is its ability to handle demanding third-party games. While first-party titles like Zelda and Mario run great, games like The Witcher 3 or Doom Eternal struggle or rely on cloud streaming. But with a more powerful chip and more RAM, the Switch 2 could finally support AA titles smoothly, which would be a huge win. Screen technology. Now, a quick thought: will the Switch 2 launch with an OLED screen? It might not. Nintendo could follow its usual playbook and release a basic LCD version first, with an OLED refresh later. If screen quality is high on your list, you might want to wait even longer if that happens. Game card compatibility. Another thing to consider is how Nintendo handles physical games. If the cartridge slot changes, older physical games might need an adapter. Digital games, though, are likely to carry over, especially with modern consoles leaning into digital libraries. Dock upgrades. The docking experience might also get an upgrade. Leaks suggest 4,000 output, faster data transfer, and even wireless TV casting. That would be a huge step forward for living room gaming. Potential launch titles. As for launch games, here's what could be coming: Mario Kart 9, an enhanced version of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, a brand new 3D Mario adventure, Metroid Prime 4 long in development, a sequel to Pokémon Legends. Arceus, and likely a few remastered classics to show off the new hardware. Final thoughts. So, is the Switch 2 worth the wait? If you already have a Switch and are craving better visuals and performance, holding off makes sense. But if you're after the best handheld experience available today, the old still holds strong. It all comes down to your gaming habits and what you value most in a console. Call to action. Now I want to hear from you. Are you sticking with your current Switch, upgrading to the old, or holding out for the Switch 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown helpful, give it a like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned. We've got more Nintendo updates coming your way. Happy gaming!